All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kodash. I want to say and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to the elect, Lord willing, with some of those men and women. The honor brother Gabar Yahawada from GMS Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson. And today is September 30th, the year 2024, the year hopefully Jacob's trouble. And a quick caveat, um, we got this strike happening right now with the ILA, right? And it's dock workers from ports from Maine to Texas. They just went on strike probably like a hour and a half ago. Okay. And so definitely this gonna be an issue to keep on watching, because a lot of things going to happen from this. They're already talking about, imports being frozen for about a few months, could be longer, definitely a couple of weeks, price hikes, all of these things going on, shortages, a lot of shortages happening, especially with agricultural goods, things that are shipped from other nations. They're stuck on them docks because they ain't got no dock workers right now, right? So you got from, it says, the East in the Gulf Coast ports strike with ILA longshoremen walking off. So this definitely an issue that's to be watched, and especially because it's what, a month out from the a little month out over until the elections. And you notice that you don't hear the two main opponents, Trump or Harris, speaking about this particular strike. And Biden said he's not going to jump in between it. That's between them. It's called collective bargaining. That's what he said. That he's not going to bring a Taft. And even if they do bring a Taft, the head of the ILA, he said he's ready for that too. They're not going to work. Instead of getting 30 moves a day, you're going to get 8. And I guess that's particular moves is talking about goods getting on these things, getting transported to trucks so that they can get transported throughout the country. So you got that going on. And then on top of that, you have President Trump, basically calling for martial law, calling for, the swift adjudication of so-called thieves, particularly at first he said the immigrants, then he cut himself and said that it's not just them, right? Because you got Jakes and other nations, but mainly who's the face of them smashing grabs, which he's talking about in this clip I'm gonna play. He's talking about Jake, and he's talking about bringing straight terror on Jake, you know. So, his whole motto is so-called make America great again, and they want to put you in your place. They got a lot of these Edomites, high-level Edomites, high net worth Edomites that's backing this guy, that wants to stop Jake, so definitely. And I always say, just like all the elders and apostles, from the apostles to the bishop elders and the brothers on down, say, they're gonna make Jake the face of terrorism. They're gonna make Jake the face of everything that's wrong with America. You know, they definitely doing that. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this and then I'll get some presets.
No, these are smart people. They're not so stupid, but they have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, Congressman Kelly, put him in charge for one day. Mike, would you say, right here, he's a great congressman. Would you say, Mike, that if you were in charge, you would say, oh, please, don't touch them. Don't touch them. Let them rob your store. Let all these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent. The city doesn't have the whole, it's a chain of events. It's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same spirit that Nero had when he was coming against the Israelites that was following the Messiah. You know, this is the same. This is the same spirit that he had, because this is going to be aimed at Jake. This ain't aimed at the so-called white people, Chinese people. This is aimed at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Definitely, definitely. He said all it takes is one rough hour, you know, and that's basically one rough hour of them cops doing whatever they want to do to Jake. And then he said, then they'll get the message. It says real life purge. Donald Trump says his idea for stopping shoplifting crimes is to the one allow one really violent day for one rough hour. You know, and that's what they want, man. They want to push that. Well, you got Jake out here playing games, thinking everything's funny, everything's a joke until it ain't a joke no more. Everything's funny until it ain't funny no more, right? But these Edomites, they're plotting to roll on Jake. They got the ammunition, they got the finances, they got the militias, they got all of that to roll on Jake, right? They ready to roll, man. They ready to roll. This is the book of Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And this man is going to take it out on Jake. He's going to take vengeance on Jake. It's going to be these working class, regular class Edomites that already think that their problems, all of their problems, stem from you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You Negroes that's already here, and you so-called immigrants that's coming up in here. That's what they that's how they feel. And all this is done by design to stoke hatred, to stoke animosity between Esau, the so-called white man, and Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You know, I remember years ago I used to say to myself, like, I wonder how they gonna formulate this hatred so that Jacob Trouble can get off the ground, because we're gonna be the face of everything that's wrong with America. And that's exactly what's happening right now. The coals are being stoked and poked, right? Because this man know that he got a short time, so he's gonna bring wrath on you, right? They got a whole bunch of other problems outside of this country. You got the state of Israel is at war with multiple countries. You got proxy wars going on between America and Russia, Iran and Israel, state of Israel, all of that. Saudi Arabia, a lot of things are going on. Real quick, this is the book of Second Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. Second Ezra 9 verse 1, and it reads, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will to begin to visit the world which he made. And we're measuring the times by looking at the things that are happening in the world, here in the United States, all over the globe, and we're measuring it up to the scriptures, because these prophecies are speaking, like it says in the book of Habakkuk, though it in the end it shall speak, and I'm sorry, I think it's Daniel, in the end it shall speak and shall not lie, right? It might be Habakkuk too. Let me get that real quick. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. Salaki, just bear with me, brothers. I have no problems. Just computer. Habakkuk 2 and 1. Habakkuk 2 and 1. We just got it in the other website. Oh, man. Slocky, brothers. I don't know what's going on with this internet. It's not the internet, it's the website. Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem shall answer me, and he said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may that he may run that readeth it. And that's what we're doing. This word is plain to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, which is the hopeful elect, the elect. For this vision is yet for a appointed time, but in the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And this vision, this was written about thousands of years before we even got back here on us in this time right now. But now these things are speaking, and it's not lying, right? You see the different things that are happening right now. You know what I mean? This is a major election year. This, and we only like a month out, and then you got this big issue with imports going on, right? What's going to stem from this? High prices that could lead into higher inflation. Higher inflation that can also lead into famine because you ain't getting the things that you need in these stores. Shipments ain't coming in, right? Ships are being they're being stalled. Goods are being packed, all because these guys they want money. I believe they want like 77% of their of pay raise, up to that's damn near 100% pay raise, and they want this man to stop automation, right? Because it's going to take away these jobs that they've had. So what? Ecclesiastes. What other scriptures come to mind? The book of Ecclesiastes, um, Ecclesiastes 12, I believe. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Okay. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Right. Again, going back to the first verse, you got to remember the Lord in your youth, man. You got people that wait till they about to drop dead, they old as shit. Now they want to try to seek the Lord. Or you sick, or you locked up. Now you want to try to remember the Lord. But remember in your youth, because that's when you're strong. Verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease. The grinders is the work, because there are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? Why is that? Because even a guy, I forget his name, but the head of the ILA, he even said it. People are going to lose their jobs. People, businesses are going to shutter. People are going to lose their jobs, right? Because everybody's looking towards Trump or Harris to kind of like re-energize the economy, kickstart the economy, thinking that, and like every time somebody asks Kamala Harris, what's her plan or what's her focus when it comes to people losing jobs and not being able to make ends meet and get food on the table, she keep talking about a fucking story about her when she was growing up. She never gives a straightforward answer because she don't got one, and her answer is not to help the average everyday person. It's not, because that's not what the elites want. The elites want everybody in streets, right? They want everybody in the streets, right? They want pure chaos in this world, in this country. They want upheaval. They want mass insurrections. That's what they want. So they're not looking to make it light on you, especially the Israelites, man. Right? This man, he's talking about people robbing, breaking in these stores. But a lot of that shit was staged. It was set up. But Jake fall for it and running out of the stores with arms full of shit. You know. So they want this chaos to happen. They want the frustration to happen. So, but the scripture says you got to remember the Lord before all this happened. Right? It says, verse 4 again, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And you seeing that happening. So going back into 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time. When you see these things happening, we understand that, oh, the Lord's coming. He's about to visit this place. That is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's Yahweh Shai is going to come visit it through his father, Yahweh. Yahweh is sending his son, his only begotten son, who he had create this whole world, all of this, right? He's coming to visit this world. But there will be signs in the heaven. There will be signs regarding the scriptures and prophecy that's pointing out, okay, we're at that time. It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. You see? So all of this is being written about Jacob's trouble. The Lord had put it on Apostle to Heart Spirit to name the coin is the year, a hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And it's looking like 2025 gonna be it. And we ain't even out of 2024 yet, right? Whoever don't get in the office, if these people want to get in the office, that these people are ready to roll. They're ready to go. They're ready to go up in arms, right? This is the spirit that the world is in. And while all of that's happening, earthquakes in diverse places, uproars of people, wars and rumors of wars, all of that happened. Guess what else is going to happen? Jacob's trouble, right? Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's the hope for the elect. It's the time. It's this day is going to be like you ain't never seen it before, right? It's going to be like a time that's never been before. But the elect of Jacob, right, shall be saved out of it, man. And this is why we're coming from the apostles to the bishop elders, because I watched a couple of videos today. One by Bishop Ayathun. He did a lesson on the same subject, right? I was watching some of his video, and he was going, and the spirit was jumping on him, and Jake don't understand, right? Jake don't understand that a lot of these things in regards to destruction, it's gonna be pointed at Jake, right? And you ain't got no covering, you're not gonna survive this. Our covering is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. It's not money, it's not no political party, it's not no influence, it ain't folly. Nah. Our cover is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. And this is what we're telling our people who to run to seek. But like the scripture says, in the book of Hosea, I believe it's Hosea 5:15. Just bear with me. It might be 4. Okay? I believe it's 5. I hate, right? It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. So when Jake is being afflicted, that's when Jake want to seek the Lord. Everybody want to seek out the prophets now. You want to get on the YouTube and on the internet and look for all these videos of daily motion, right? But you were partying and bullshitting all the way up until this happened, until the day of judgment happened. And now you want to try to seek the Lord. And we're telling our people to seek him early, right? It says what? Remember, this is the book of well, I just read it. Ecclesiastes 12. Remember that I created the days of thy youth. Yeah, that's right. Seek the Lord while that's the one I want. The one you shot. Seek the Lord while he is able. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 6. Isaiah 55, verse 6. Yep. Isaiah 55, verse 6. Right? It says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. Right? And that's what we're telling our people. But we understand that the only ones that's going to bear witness and understand is the elect of our people. Not every Israelite going to get this. Right? And we're going to have to be, obviously, we're here. So we got to live through this. But we're going to live through this, and it's through Yahweh Shem Shai, and our faith in Yahweh Shem Shai is going to carry us through Jacob's trouble, right? So it says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. And right now, the Lord can be found through the word of his son, Yahweh Shai, through the prophets, right? Starting with the elder apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone and our affiliates. Okay, we're seeing these things, and we're not taking this. This is not a light thing. Right now, we're on a cusp of major, great, which is major in Greek saying. We're on a cusp of a major shakeup, right? And you Israelites, the Israelites, are staring down a barrel right now of destruction. Okay, when martial law comes, they're gonna find a way. It's gonna be a way that they're gonna find it to roll on Jake, and it ain't like Jake is guiltless, because that wrath that's coming down is for your iniquities, right? Because you failed to repent, right? You want to party. I was watching a couple of videos earlier today. You got major shit is happening right now in the earth. You got niggas out here in college getting excited for homecoming, and who gonna perform at their so-called homecoming? You got niggas jumping up and down, screaming, right? You're supposed to be the educated, educated brother from the bank. You're supposed to be the educated Negroes, and y'all niggas don't know. Y'all are clueless of what the fuck is going on right now, man. Niggas don't even understand about the strike, the ILA strike, let alone what their future president is speaking against them, right? He talking about giving these cops an hour to roll on you, man. He said give them a day, give them an hour, one really violent day, because one violent day of those cops rolling on Jake, and they're gonna give him to their lust, because they want to shoot Jake anyway, without no problem. So it's basically the purge out here, right? Second Ezra 16-70. For there shall be in every place and in the next city great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. You Israelites, those that know the name of Yahweh Shah first, and then you Israelites that are in a constant state of rebellion against the Lord. This is going to happen. Great insurrection in the next cities, in every place. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And y'all forget, a lot of people forget, you had something called, I think it was like 2015, something called Jade Helm. You had the whole Jade Helm project where they were, the military, particularly the army, was staging exercises where they were dealing with people in mass insurrections, people that was pregnant, black women. I'm gonna see if I can find something about that. Let me see if I can find something. Yeah, this is Jade Helm right here. So obviously they said it was a conspiracy theories were based on Jade Helm 15 United States military training exercise which took place in multiple cities in the US between July 15th and September 15th of 2015. And this is what was said.
In Central Texas, Operation Jade Helm, controversial, and it's happening right here in Central Texas. Operation Jade Helm.
The military exercise designed to train troops who are part of the U.S. Special Operations Command. Right now, the warfare exercises are happening at Camp Bullis, Camp Swift, and 12 counties around Texas, including Bastrop County. KFC and Sophia Beausoleil went to Camp Bullis in San Antonio to get a behind-the-scenes look at their training.
Spotting the enemy in different terrains, whether it's day or night, can be difficult.
I take that personally to make sure that every man and woman within our command receives the best possible training before they go into harm's way.
The Army invited KXAN News to watch more than 500 paratroopers jump out of planes. It is so dark at Camp Bullis, the only way to see what you're doing is to use showing for safety reasons.
Now been invited to barbecues and block parties instead.
Whether it's jump address those concerns. Initially, some in the community had issues with the 2-month training.
It says military can detain terrorists, something. But who's going to be the terrorists? You people. Yeah, you average American citizens are going to be the terrorists, man.
In the spring, Lieutenant Colonel Mark Lastoria and Bastrop County officials held a town hall meeting to address those concerns.
Some of the trends that we've also noticed from a contentious period months ago, we've now been invited to barbecues and block parties instead.
Whether it's jumping out of planes or practicing with equipment and weapons, these Green Beret soldiers who we are not showing for safety reasons say training like this.
And this is the shit they're going to be using on Jake. They took a lot of the videos down back in the day that they had. They had the whole actual exercise. They showed it. They showed the people, army people. What's it? Army training, against civil unrest, right? I'm just looking to see if I can see any of those videos. They had, yeah. You had shit like this, non-lethal training, right? And then you actually had soldiers acting like they were civilians. You had soldiers acting like they were civilians and being put on the ground, stopping people. You know, you had people that look, this kind of shit. Civil disturbances training in DC, right? And there's gonna be civil unrest in this country. Civil disturbance just 2 years ago. Civil disturbance training 2 years ago, right? You got some more right here. Civil disturbance exercise 2019. Okay. Active shooters, all of that shit. Army riot lineup, immigration, inauguration raw video. But yeah, this is what's coming down the pipeline for you average Americans, because civil unrest is about to happen. And you can best believe in between that civil unrest, trouble is going to happen. Jay going to be getting put to death by militia groups, military personnel, police officers, all of that. And then Jake going to be fighting back. So that's civil unrest, right? Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. They shall be tried as gold in the fire, because the Lord is with the elect, right? And he says, hear ye, O my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So we have that hope that when all of this go down, Yahweh Shem Shah is going to deliver us from this, right? It says, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God. But, you know, the average Jake don't understand that, and they ain't trying to hear it. They don't believe that the country that they live in, you've been slaving in, catching hell in, is actually about to turn on you. You thought this man was your friend. You thought he was your buddy. You got all these niggas lining up to vote for Trump, but you shouldn't be voting at all. But y'all voting, y'all running to the polls for this guy, and this dude, he's getting it. His base is the working class, poor Edomites. That's his base, and they hate you. They hate you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Right? Order ab chaos. Order ab chaos, the Latin phrase that means out of order, order out of chaos. And that's what these super elite want. Right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Right? For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? For there shall be sedition, which that's speech inciting people to go against the authority. Sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Martial law gonna be happening. You're gonna have disease and pestilence going down. Cities are gonna be quarantined off. And a lot of places where Jake live at in these densely populated cities, particularly in these so-called urban areas, those gonna be blocked off, locked off. You ain't gonna be able to get out of there. If you're in there, you're stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hell. That's gonna be the worst place to be. It's gonna be hell. Straight up. Okay. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. But the elect men ain't gonna be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's part of Jacob's trouble. This is a part of Jacob's trouble. It's happening in small spots around the world. We'll wait till it come to America. And it is coming to America. Like Hakeem and Simi, man. That shit is coming to America. Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be written, every one that shall be found written in the book. And the ones that are written in the book of life, what is that book? The book of life is the elect of Israel, right? But it's going to be so bad, the Lord going to have to send his chief angel, Michael, the archangel down here to fight, man. So it's about to get cataclysmic out here, man. Just, hey, like I said, you had the strike going on right now, and you ain't seen the effects yet, but definitely the effects are going to happen. Then you got this man Trump calling for a purge. You know, he calling for a purge, man. Right? And 2/3, they ready for a purge, man. They ready. So hey, this is and we not out. We got what? We in the 9th month. We out in the 9th month. 12. We come into the so-called 10th month. We got 2 more months left. Not 2 more months. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, we in the 10th month. You got 2 more months left in the year. 2 more months left in the year. 60 days. Right? And then it's about to be a rough 60. I'm telling you, it's gonna get bad out here, man. But the Lord's gonna be with his elect. So I just want to bring this out. I hope you're edified with that. I'm saying shalom. On to the next.